Hello, everybody. Evan's laughing at me. Tonight for dinner, I'm making mom's enchiladas. So I don't have to keep calling her and asking her, how do you do this again? I'm going to go ahead and make a video and put it on YouTube. So I always have it. So we're going to start with, let's see, Las Palmas enchilada sauce. You can get mild or hot. This is mild. You're going to need some brown sugar. Huh? That's all right. Oil, green onions, corn tortillas, and cheese. So what you're going to want to do is dump all the Las Palmas in a pot, heat it up a bit, and then add some brown sugar. And the brown sugar is going to sweeten up the bitterness of that enchilada sauce. Don't add too much, but just enough to taste. I would say 1 or 2 tablespoons. So you drop that brown sugar in there, like I said, a few teaspoons. Mix it up pretty good. And then just depending on how sweet you like it, see if you need to add more or not. Just kind of get a little bit on a spoon and taste it. It's pretty good. I might add another teaspoon or so. Okay, so once you get the sauce to where you want it to be, put it on a low simmer to keep it nice and warm. And then you're going to want to add some oil to a pan. And this is because we're going to give the tortillas a little bit of a fry to them. And that's just so it maintains the sauce to the actual tortilla, which makes it really, really good. So start heating that up. I'm just using my extra virgin olive oil, the last of it. I've used corn oil or vegetable oil in the past. It doesn't matter. You're only going to want to heat them up like not even a minute on each side. Nothing too fancy. So while your oil heats up, what you're going to want to do is get some of the sauce. That you just did and lay it, kind of spread it out in a cookie sheet. I'm going to put it all over, kind of like coating the bottom of the cookie sheet. And just spread it out. What you're going to do is once you fry those tortillas really quick on each side, you're going to throw it on here. And then you're going to add your cheese. I add green onions, which I went ahead and chopped up. Cheese and onions. And then roll them and put them in a baking dish. Okay, so once your tortillas start softening up a little, you really don't want them too soft. And you don't want them crunchy. My pan isn't big enough to do 3 at the same time, but I'm rushing because I'm lazy. I don't want to stand here all day. So I'm just going to try to drain some of that oil. Ooh, and it's breaking. So what you want to do is drag it to your pan. Kind of put it in the sauce. Mine are still a little, let me put these on a little bit more. So I'll show you an example. So on this one, we're going to put some cheese right in the middle. A little bit of onion. If you're going to add chicken, I have done my verde enchiladas this way with chicken. And you just kind of roll it. I'm doing this one-handed. It's a little more difficult. kind of have to get in there with your hands, so have like a wet nap or something with you. And then what I do, oh, actually you could add that sauce on the inside as well. But once I start going, it goes a lot faster. I just need both my hands because I'm trying to deal with the tortillas over here. And then you're going to want this red sauce. Okay, so I would say 30 seconds, 45 seconds with the tortillas on each side, because now they're not super soft, but they're not crunchy either, but they're durable. So like I said, you just take the tortilla and you put it over here. And then if you can multitask, you can add more tortillas. I'm going to do 2 at a time. That seemed a little better. And then move the sauce closer. And once again, you're going to add cheese. By adding the sauce to the pan, you're just kind of coating the outside of it while you put the cheese and the onions. Kind of sprinkle them on, depending on how many onions you like. I use green onions. You could use whatever onions you want, but my kids seem to eat the green onions more than they would a whole white or yellow or red onion. So you could add more sauce to the inside of your enchilada, and then once you're done, roll it up. Like I said, I need 2 hands, but I'm going to do this with 1. That way your tortilla isn't breaking when it's in its little roll up. And throw it in there. Get your next one. And do the same thing. You know, I have my sink right there and I just wash my hands off. Another thing you could do with the tortillas, flip them on both sides if you want it well coated. Once you have the tortilla in the pan, just flip it. I think that's how I did it in the past as well. So once these tortillas are, see how it's not too soft, it's not stiff. So just kind of like that and like that. Like that and like that, and that'll give you a good coating on both sides. And then just continue to add sauce to your pan when you run out. That one looks really good. I think I'm going to do that for all of them. Just kind of put them in the pan, flip them over, smother them in the sauce. And there you go. For the kids, I'll make a few cheese only, in case they don't like the onions, which they probably won't. There you go. Like I said, just kind of roll it around in the sauce. Roll it around. That way you get a really good coating. Just add your cheese. So you could do 3 or 4 at a time. Kind of have it sitting there. And get more tortillas in your little frying pan. So then after we roll them up, put them in our baking dish, whatever sauce we have left over, I drizzle over all of them and then add more cheese. And then stick them in the oven. You could do 350 for 20-25 minutes to cook them. And that's it. It's pretty easy and really, really good.